Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Buzz. I'm Alex, and I'm here with Jordan. So, yesterday we promised to dig into something that literally makes my palms sweat just thinking about it. Why some people are absolute adrenaline junkies when it comes to public speaking, while others would genuinely prefer to wrestle a bear than give a toast at their best friend's wedding.
And speaking of sweaty palms, I actually had a nightmare about forgetting my pants during a presentation last night. So this topic is hitting a little too close to home this Monday morning. But what's fascinating is that we're talking about this same activity that some people actively seek out for fun. Like there are people who join Toastmasters not because they have to, but because they want to.
Right? I have a friend who literally gets excited about work presentations. She volunteers for them. Meanwhile, I once called in sick to avoid giving a 5-minute update to my team. But here's what's wild. We're both experiencing the exact same physiological response. Our hearts are racing, we're getting that adrenaline dump, our brains are firing like crazy. The difference is how we interpret those sensations.
That's the key insight from neuroscience research. When we're about to speak publicly, our amygdala, that's our brain's alarm system, can't really tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and a room full of coworkers with coffee. It just knows something big is happening and floods our system with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline.
But here's where it gets interesting. Some people's brains have learned to translate that flood of chemicals as excitement rather than terror. It's like the difference between riding a roller coaster and being in a car accident. Same physical sensations, completely different mental frameworks.
Exactly. There's actually a concept called anxiety reappraisal, where instead of trying to calm down, you tell yourself you're excited. Your nervous system is already revved up, so it's easier to shift from I'm anxious to I'm excited than to try to force yourself to be calm.
That explains why my theater kid friends seem to thrive on opening night jitters while I'm over here practicing my grocery store small talk in the mirror. But what about the people who genuinely become addicted to that rush? Like, I know comedians who say they need that stage energy to feel alive.
The addiction piece is really about dopamine. When someone successfully navigates a high-stakes speaking situation, they get a massive dopamine reward. It's the same neurochemical that makes people crave extreme sports or gambling. Their brain starts to associate that pre-performance terror with the incredible high that comes after. And
So they're basically training their brains to crave fear? That's both impressive and slightly concerning. But what about those of us who just want to hide under our desks forever? Are we doomed to PowerPoint-inst panic attacks?
not at all. The beautiful thing about neuroplasticity is that we can literally rewire these responses. People who start with severe speaking anxiety can train their brains to at least tolerate it, if not enjoy it. It's about gradual exposure and changing the story we tell ourselves about what those physical sensations mean.
I love that, changing the story. Instead of my heart is racing because I'm about to humiliate myself, it becomes my heart is racing because my body is preparing me to do something important. Same racing heart, totally different narrative.
And there's another layer here about personality differences. Research suggests that people with certain temperaments are naturally more sensitive to potential social threats. If you're someone who's highly attuned to social cues and worried about judgment, your brain is going to treat public speaking like a much bigger deal than someone who's naturally less concerned about others' opinions.
That makes so much sense. I definitely fall into the analyzing every facial expression in the audience category, but this is giving me hope that maybe I can train my brain to see those butterflies as excitement rather than a sign that I should fake my own death and move to a remote island.
The science really supports that optimism. Some of the most confident public speakers started out with crippling stage fright. They just kept showing up and gradually taught their brains that the stage wasn't actually dangerous.
Well, this conversation has been both enlightening and mildly terrifying. But speaking of things our brains do that seem completely backwards, tomorrow we're diving into why some people can eat a massive meal and feel hungry again an hour later, while others forget to eat entirely when they're busy. We'll explore the weird world of hunger hormones and why your brain might be lying to you about when you actually need food.
Should be a deliciously confusing discussion. Thanks for starting your Monday with us, everyone. Until tomorrow, may your presentations be confident and your Q&A sessions mercifully brief.
See you bright and early tomorrow morning.